A new personal safety app for students is creating buzz this morning. Companion lets you ask someone you trust to virtually walk you home with the help of a GPS tracker and an online map. The app can also alert police or your contact person if it senses trouble. CBS News contributor Nicholas Thompson is the editor of the New Yorker magazine's website, newyorker.com. Nick is here with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So tell us about this app. It sounds like a tracking device like what you see in the movies.
It is a tracking device. I mean, it's Uber for you. What it does is you say, okay, I'm walking from here to here. I'll put in the address and it'll figure out on the map. Then we'll send a message, a text message to one of my contacts, maybe to my wife or to a friend. My friend or my wife will be able to open a browser and see where I'm walking and see if I've deviated from the path, whether I'm on schedule. If I start to run, if the headphones get ripped out, then it will start to beep and make sounds. It makes it very easy to call 911, and it also has a feature where you can say, I'm feeling nervous, and that'll send a message to one of your friends. So it's a way to have somebody accompany you, track you, make sure you're okay in a dangerous situation. It's a very smart idea for an app, and it works pretty well. It's got a good interface. They did a very good job with this.
Well, you said open a browser. So in other words, the person that you send a message to doesn't have to have downloaded something. You can just send it to someone.
That's the smart thing about the app, right? There have been other apps like this before, but both people have had to have downloaded the app. This allows only one person to have downloaded the app, and will send you a text message to keep track of you. So it makes it much easier to start up, which is, of course, the great challenge with apps, right? It's hard to get attention when you have an app. This is one of the first apps in a while that a lot of people are really talking about.
It was created by college students, primarily for college students, but do you see the usage going beyond that?
Oh, absolutely, right? It makes a lot of sense for college kids, right? You're coming back from the party, you're going back to your dorm, but it makes a lot of sense for me with my kids. If my wife wants to know where we are, make sure everything's okay. You can imagine a scenario where with my parents, I want to make sure they didn't get lost, right? You can see lots of people using this in lots of ways. Of course, there is a problem with kids, right? It starts to beep like an alarm if you start to run. So if I'm going home and the kid says he wants to race, suddenly my phone starts going,
It seems like with all these new apps, though, there's always this inherent sort of privacy concern. Should people be concerned? Because it would seem like this app is collecting everywhere you're going if you turn it on.
Right, it is collecting everywhere you're going, but it is something you turn on by yourself. It is something you do optionally. The privacy stuff I worry about more is the stuff that goes on in the background, the big mass apps where you don't know they're collecting all your data. I mean, there is one feature that is a little bit controversial, and it's the I'm feeling nervous feature. And so people walking around campus and they say, I'm feeling nervous, or walking around a city. And so that could have virtues, right? The cops could say, look, a lot of people said they felt nervous there.
Or it could warn people as well that there's a ticklish
dangerous spot, right? Or you could put in street lights, but you can also see people saying, everybody says they're nervous by my house. Now we're getting a lot of, police attention, and that's annoying. So that's a privacy feature not for the user, but for the community that has caused some controversy and
it's also so smart that they're making other people in other countries, they're allowed to use this as well. Nick Thompson, thank you so much.
It's a good idea. Thank you so much.